calculate the value of the voltage source Vs for the figure shown below. In this case, we are interested in the calculation of the Vs, this source. We are interested in this calculation. For the figure shown below, using node analysis method, assume IA is 3 angle 45 degrees. You see, this IA is given. This current is given, and we are interested in the calculation of voltage. So I will mark the nodes, and we will try to understand how many nodes this figure has. Is it right? So here this figure has, this is the simple problem, but this calculation is the complex. Here we have the 3 nodes. This is one node, this is the second node, and this will be the third node. I will name this node as a ground node. This is node 1 having its potential VA. This is the second node having its potential as a VB. A node, its potential is VA. This is B node, its potential is VB. And this is the ground node whose potential is assumed as 0 volt. Now here in this case we will assume the separate current for the separate branch. Now here in this case, this is the branch 1, its current is I1. This is the branch 2, its current is I2. This is the branch 3, its current is I3. This is the branch 4, its current is IA, and this is the last branch, and its current is the this is 3, means it is I4. Is that right? If anyone has a query, just raise your hand and mute yourself, then I will discuss. Applying KCL at node A. If we are applying the KCL, that is Kirchhoff's current law, at the node A. Now here in this case, if we are applying the KCL at node A, KCL is incoming current is equal to outgoing current. This incoming current is I1, which is equal to the outgoing current, that is I2 plus I3 is the equation. Now find out the value of current I1, I2, I3 and simplify it. If we are finding this value of current I1, this potential is 0 plus Vs minus Va divided by 10. Means here Vs minus Va divided by 10 is the I1, which is equal to, is it right? I2 is a current in the vertical branch. What is the equation? Its equation will be Va minus 0 divided by this J5. Means Va upon minus J5 is the equation. Is it right? Similarly, plus I3, Va minus Vb divided by this impedance, means it is Va minus Vb divided by this impedance is 5 plus J2. Now simplify this equation and name this equation as equation number 1. If we are simplifying this equation, it will be Vs divided by 10 minus it is Va divided by 10, which is equal to this is Va divided by minus J5 plus here it is Va divided by 5 plus J2, this value, then it is minus Vb divided by 5 plus J2. Is it right? So here in this case we can shift this value of Va. I will write capital everywhere. We can take this value of the Va as a common. I will shift this Va to the next side. If we are shifting that Va to the next side and if we are taking the Va as a common, this value will become plus on this side. Is it right? This plus Va is a common. One value is 1 upon 10. This is plus value. This is minus. Is it right? This is minus Va upon J5. Is it right? This is plus again. Sorry, Va is common already. It is 1 upon. This is 1 upon 5 plus J2. Is it right? This is minus Vb divided by 5 plus J2, which is equal to constant, and constant is Vs upon 10 is the constant. Is it right? Now here, simplify this bracket and find out the value of this equation. How is this equation? Va. Now here first find out this division, and this division, and I will write separately because we are at the first problem. So here I will try to do the calculation parallelly with you. If I am doing the calculation, it is 1 divided by 10. How much is this value? 0.1. Is this value is a 0.1 minus. This is 1 divided by J5. Is it right? How is this calculation? I will shift the calculator to the complex mode. If I am shifting the calculator to the complex mode, how is the calculation? This is 1 divided by This imaginary part is 0. 1 divided by, I will start the bracket, 0, is it right? This value, 0 plus 5 I will close the bracket, is equal to sign. This is minus 0.2 I. This value is minus 0.2 J. Is it right? This division, 1 upon this value. Is it right? Minus 0.2 J plus. If I am finding this division, are able to see this is minus 0.2 I. If I am finding this division, in that case, it will be 1 divided by bracket start. This is 5. This is 5 plus 2I. Close the bracket. Put the is equal to sign. This will be the real part, and its real part of this division is 0.172 is the real part. You see here shift and is equal to. We'll get imaginary part, and this imaginary part is of this part. Its imaginary part is, I will take the engineering help. This imaginary part is minus 0.06 means 68.96 into 10 raised to the power of -3 J. Is it right? Are you getting me? Because this I have shifted 3 digit. This 3 digit means 68.96 into 10 raised to the power of -3. That is the imaginary part for this particular case, which is VA. Then minus this VB, and it is 1 upon that value. I will calculate that value. It is 1 divided by bracket start. This is 5 plus J2. This is 5 plus 2I. Close the bracket. Put is equal to sign. That will give the real part. That is 0.172 is the real part. Shift of is equal to, that is imaginary part, which is the same. That is minus J. It is minus J 68.96 into 10 raised to the power of -3. Is it right? Which is equal to Vs divided by 10. This it is Vs into the 10 is 0.1. Is 0.1 Vs. Is it right? Are you able to get this calculation? Avinash?
Yes, sir.
Madhuri? Rishikesh? Saurabh?
No, sir, no difficulty.
No difficulty. Okay, fine. Mute yourself. Now here, I will discuss its next further part related to this. This VA is as it is. Now look at the real part. This 0.1 and 0.172. This here it is 0.1 plus 0.172. This value will come as it is 0.272. This it is 0.272 is the real part. And how is the imaginary part? This is minus 0.2, means I will use this part. It is 0.2, this value plus. This is minus and this is also minus. And how much is that value? That value is 68.96 exponential of -6. That is 10 raised to the power of -3. Is it right? That value is 10 raised to the power of -3. Is it right? If I am using this is equal to sign in this particular case, now which is 2689. Is it right? This value is minus J. This is 0.2689. Is it right? This is imaginary part. Then it is a minus. This is VB. This is 0.172 minus J. It is 68.96 into 10 raised to the power of -3, and which is equal to this value, that is 0.1. This is 0.1 Vs, and this is equation number 1. Is it right? This is the equation number 1. This is VA into this part and VB into this part, and this is Vs. Applying KCL at node B. If we are applying the KCL, that is Kirchhoff's current law, at the node B, how will be the equation? This is incoming, this is outgoing, this is outgoing. Means equation will be I3 is equal to IA plus I4. Is it right? I3 is equal to IA plus I4. I will find out the value of I3. How is the I3? VA minus VB divided by 5 plus J2, which is equal to IA. This is correct. VB minus 0 divided by 4. Is it right? This is VB minus 0 divided by 4, means it is VB divided by 4. Is it right? VB divided by 4. This I4 is the current in this branch. How is the value? VB minus 0 divided by this complete impedance. This is VB minus 0 divided by, how much is the impedance? This is real part is the 8. How much is the imaginary? J5 and minus J2 means plus J3. Means it is 8 plus J3 is the imaginary part. Now we will simplify this equation. This is VA divided by 5 plus J2. This is minus VB divided by 5 plus J2, which is equal to VB divided by 4 plus this VB divided by 8 plus J3. This is 8 plus J3. I will shift this VB to the next side. On this side, it is VA divided by 5 plus J2, which is equal to VB is on that side. Is it right? In that case, we can take the VB as a common. It will be 1 divided by 5 plus J2 plus it is 1 upon 4 plus it is 1 upon 8 plus J3. That is the value. I will find out the value of the bracket as well as I will find out its ratio. This complex calculation is 1 divided by bracket 5 plus J2. This is 5 plus 2I close the bracket is equal to, here this is real part, means VA into, how much is the value in the bracket? This is 0.1724. Is it right? Then if I am using shift and is equal to sign, then it is minus J. This is 68.96. 68.96 into 10 raised to the power of minus 3. This is the value of J. This part 1 divided by this value, which is equal to VB. And this VB is again same inside the bracket. This value is same as this because 1 divided by 5 plus J2, 1 divided by 5 plus J2. This value is it is the 0.1724 minus J 68.96 into 10 raised to the power of minus 3. Is it right? This division plus 1 divided by 4. Its value is 0.25. If it is 1 divided by 4, its value is 0.25. Means plus it is 0.25 is that value. This value. Plus 1 upon 8 plus J3. I will do here. This is 1 divided by start bracket 8 plus J3. 8 plus 3I. I will close the bracket. Put is equal to sign. That is 0.1095. This is 0.1095 is the real part. And how much is the imaginary part? Shift is equal to, the imaginary part is 41.09. This minus J 41.09 into 10 raised to the power of minus 3. J or I is that part. Is it right? This calculation. We have performed this calculation. Now here, this value is VA into this, that is 0.1724 minus J 68.96 into 10 raised to the power of minus 3. This is equal to VB. Inside the bracket, I will find out this value. Add the real part with real, imaginary with imaginary. In this case, this is real part. Are you getting me? This is real part and this is real part. This is imaginary part and this is imaginary part. I will add the real part with real or imaginary with imaginary. Otherwise, you can do this all these calculations using the complex numbers also. No issues. But here I will use the simple methodology. I will just add real part with real. Means here 0.1724 plus this value 0.25 plus this value 0.1095 and is equal to this value is 5319. This is 0.5319 is the real part. How much is the imaginary part? This is minus. Otherwise, I will. This is minus. This is also minus. That's why I will write the minus and just I will add these values. This one value is 68.96 exponential of minus 3 plus this other value which is 41.09, which is 41.09 exponential of minus 3. If I am adding these two values, how much is the value? In this particular case, then its value is 110.05. Means it is J 110.05 into 10 raised to the power of minus 3 is the VB. Is it right? Now I'm interested in the calculation of the VB in terms of VA. Is this VB is equal to, look at this calculation, this VB is equal to this VA inside the bracket. This is numerator. This is 0.124 minus J 68.96 into 10 raised to the power of minus 3 divided by this part. Is it right? Because I am interested in the VB. This value divided by this value means it is 0.5319 minus J 110.05 into 10 raised to the power of minus 3. And why I am taking the minus 3? Because it will consider the more number of the digits so that we will be close to the correct answer. Now here if I am finding this division, this VB is equal to VA inside the bracket. How will be the value that I am trying to find out? Now here in this case this value is 0.3365 is the real part, and shift of this real to imaginary, that is minus J, it is 60 into 10 raised to the power of minus 3 is this value. Is it right? Now VB is equal to this value. I will name this equation as equation number 2. Now what we will do, again we are interested in the calculation of the VS. Is it right? We have the two equations and the unknowns. This IA is equal to VB divided by 4, which is equal to, and the IA is already known, means we will find out the value of the VB here. How much is the IA? The value of IA is already given in the problem itself, which is 3 angle 45. This is 3 angle 45, which is equal to VB divided by 4. I will convert this value first to the rectangular form because we are interested in the complex calculations. I will convert those values to the rectangular form. Rectangular form में convert करने के लिए formula क्या है? Complex calculation, polar, this is rectangular. Rectangular to polar, polar to rectangular. Polar to rectangular conversion में rectangular one number, second number is equal to, we will get the real part alpha tan and we will get its imaginary part. This is rectangular. Is it right? 3 comma 45. This is 3 comma 45. Put the close bracket. Put the is equal to sign. And after putting the is equal to sign, whatever we will get, that is the real part. Means here, if we are doing its conversion, its real part is 2.12. And for this polar number, its complex value, that is imaginary part, will be, for that I am using alpha tan and is equal to. This is alpha tan and is equal to, in that case it is 2.12 again. It is plus J, it is 2.12. Is it right? Which is equal to VB by 4. This is VB by 4. Look at carefully. Now if I am shifting this value to other side, in that particular case, VB is equal to, this VB is equal to, this is 4 in bracket 2.12 plus J 2.12. I will do the simple calculation. This is, it is 4 into, this is 2.12, this calculation will be 8.48. Means if I am multiplying inside the bracket, that will be 8.48 plus J, it is 8.48. This is the equation number 3. Putting equation number 3 in equation 2, equation number 3 in equation number 2. Means I am substituting the value of the VB. How is the VB? This VB is 8.48 plus J 8.48, which is equal to, means this VB is equal to VA into that, and VA is this is 0.3365 minus J 60 into 10 raised to the power of minus 3. Is it right? If I am doing this calculation, this VA, I am able to find out this value of the VA, which is 8.48 plus J 8.48 divided by this value, that is 0.3365 minus J, it is 60 into 10 raised to the power of minus 3. Is it right? Which is equal to, how much is the VA? I will do this calculation. Yes, I will go to the complex mode, COMP LX2. Is it right? I am now in the complex mode. This first complex number, I will start the bracket. 8.48 plus 8.48i, close the bracket. This value divided by this value, which is 0.3365 minus 60 exponential of minus 3 I bracket close, which is equal to. Its value is 20.069. This is equal to 20.069 is the real part. How is the imaginary part? We have to use shift is equal to. This is shift is equal to. Look at this I. That value is 28.779 plus J 28.779 is the value. This is the VA. Is it right? We got the two values. What are the two? Here we have calculated this VB. We have calculated this VB. Now look at. We have calculated this VB. We have calculated this VA. And we are interested in the calculation of the VS. Putting equation number 3 and 4 in equation number 1. Putting equation 3 and 4 in equation 1. This VA value I will put from the equation number 4. This is my value of VA. How much it is? This is bracket start. 20.069 plus J 20.779. This is VA. Into this value I will put as it is. This bracket. This bracket is 0.272 minus J 2689. Is it right? This bracket as it is. This is minus VB. Where is the VB? This is VB. How much is the value of VB? This is VB. 8.48 plus J 8.48. This value is 8.48 plus J 8.48. Plus minus के बारे में जरा ध्यान रखना. This minus sign I have copied as it is. This value of the VB is this, and this is multiplication. This value. This will be 0.172 minus J 68.92 into 10 raised to the power of minus 3. This value, and which is equal to 0.1 Vs. I will look at this 0.1 Vs later on. We will find out the multiplication of these complex numbers. So here is one complex number. This is another complex number. This is one complex number. This is another complex number. First, we will find out the multiplication of this and multiplication of this. We can do in a single step, but deliberately I will use the two steps here. This calculation. How is this calculation? I will use the bracket start. This is 20 point. This is 20 point. Are you able to see? This is 20.069. 069 plus 28 point. This is 28.779. I close the bracket into bracket start. The second value 0.272 minus 2689. It is 2689. 0 point, I guess. This value is also 0.2689. This value is point. Yes, it is minus 0.2689. I close the bracket is equal to. Its real part of this calculation is 13.197 is the real part. Shift of is equal to will be imaginary part. That is minus J, plus J 2.43 is this calculation, this multiplication, minus this part. 8.48 bracket start. It is 8.48 plus 8.48i close the bracket into bracket start this part 0.172 minus 68.92 exponential of minus 3 close the bracket. Exponential of minus 3 I will close the bracket, which is equal to. This is 2.04. This value is 2.04 is the real part, and shift of that value is plus J 0.874. 874 is this imaginary part, and this is equal to 0.1 Vs. I will come back to you. Rishikesh, then Saurabh.
Yes, sir. Sahi hai.
Okay. Now I will complete this last part now. This subtraction of these two complex numbers, I will use this calculation, start the bracket, 13.197 plus 2.43 I I will close the bracket minus this bracket start. This is minus this bracket start 2.04. 2.04 plus 0.874. I will close the bracket. I will put is equal to sign. That is 11.157 is the real part. Is it right? And shift is equal to, which is 1.556 plus J 1.556. Is it right? Is the imaginary part. And this is equal to 0.1 Vs. This is equal to 0.1 Vs. Is it right? Now here, how much is the value of Vs now? This Vs is equal to 11.157 plus J 1.556 divided by 0.1. Here, if I am finding, otherwise you can use the complex calculations also for that. If you are using the complex calculation, how will be? This is 11.157 plus 1.556 I, close the bracket, divided by, this is 0.1, which is equal to, its real part will be 111.57. Is it right? 111.57 is the real part, and shift of this value, which is plus J 15.56. Is it right? This is the value of Vs, which is the final answer. Is it right?